Evolution like to say the reason why we have pretty creatures in this world, like peacocks, tropical fish, Scarlett Johansson, Kim Kardashian, is because their ancestors are attracted to beauty and valued the attractiveness of their mates. However, when you bring up certain flowers, the wonderful smells, the beauty of something that didn't have the brains to attract pretty mates, they say, well, it was animals and insects that made flowers attractive and the fruit sweet. The trees with the sweetest fruit got carried off by animals, so the tree's offspring could spread out and not choke the trees. Of course, they stay clear from the prickly pear when durian fruit, prickly pear with thorns, durian fruit with thorns and stinky container. And when you start bringing up attractive caterpillars, the most famous would be the monarch butterfly, and ask them how that could have an attractiveness about it when caterpillars don't pick mates, then their reasoning starts being challenged, because there is no way a butterfly is going to think, I'm going to mate with that butterfly because it will produce the prettiest larva and chrysalis that hangs like a jade jewel with golden spots and design, which they do. Or a weaver bird, thinking, I'm going to mate with that weaver bird because it will weave the best hanging weaver bird nest. Have you ever seen a weaver bird nest? Have you ever seen a weaver bird nest? When you do, ask yourself another question. Ask, how could that type of nest come about when the bird creating it never got to see its parents create the nest it was hatched in? Yet such a pattern develops into its genetic code to create such a unique nest. Evolutionists will then try to get you to not think of the weaver bird nest, and instead try to get you back thinking about the beauty of toxic animals by saying, its attractiveness. It's attractive because the most attractive just so happen to be toxic. Their beauty is the result of not being picked due to their color, their toxicity. Animals just naturally, instinctively know that anything in nature with bright colors is toxic. Like weaver birds just know instinctively how to build an incredibly fancy nest without ever seeing their parents building one. They'll say that, and you know something? Hey, I'll let them even have that as an argument, even though, again, the weaver bird really seems to be the monkey wrench in the machinery of godless evolution. I'll say, okay, that's why poison dart frogs are the most powerful and most attractive to all frogs, because they are so incredibly deadly. But the thing that really truly seems to be the silver bullet shot into the brains of atheism is the reality of male pattern baldness. There is just no logical reason for it. I mean, why should the genetic code evolve in such a way where someone's hair is supposed to fall out at, say, the age of 37 and not 36, when the hormone dihydrotestosterone, DHT, is present? The reality of male pattern baldness, or MPB, as I call it, goes completely counter to all the scientists what scientists tell us about the reality of beauty in nature. Again, why should such a program exist? Why should it exist when it distracts from someone's attractiveness? Do people in the process of balding look healthier to mates against a potential mate who isn't losing his or her hair? I mean, ever see a commercial to become a bald person? Yet, a lot of men and women have a genetic program in their DNA to start losing hair at certain ages, usually when DHT has begun to be manufactured at puberty. Some guy can be totally bald at 18. Some keep their hair all the way up till the age of 60, then they're bald, or balding. And with male pattern baldness, none of these programmed hair follicles can lose hair until the production of DHT is present. And it's more complicated than you think. A hair programmed to fall out at the age of 38 can be exposed to DHE for 37 years, but it won't fall out until DHE is present when that person is age 38. How do I know this? Because if you take two identical twins who are to be bald at the age of 40 and castrate one at the age of 20, well, minus being really pissed, he won't lose his hair. But the non-castrated identical twin will lose his hair gradually over the years till he's bald at the age of 40. Then, if you give a shot of testosterone to the castrated identical twin, he'll rapidly go bald and end up looking like his non-castrated bald identical twin, making him really pissed. So, people, what's this tell us? Well, I'll tell you what it tells me. It tells me that not only does this destroy godless evolution, but it elevates Jesus Christ. For Jesus Christ said that the very hairs on your head are numbered. Thanks to the steady male pattern baldness and the total illogic of it, we now know that the very hair on your head is, as Jesus Christ said, numbered.